All right. I don't know how long this stream was down or up because my Wi-Fi went out. So, hopefully we're good now. Let me check my stream chat and everything. Yeah, so technically the stream was still like running, but it's gonna count it as like two different videos. So this happened one time with the Raven drawing, but yeah, let's see. We should be back online now though. Yeah, this is mode says like a minute 58 or like 2 minutes. So okay, that's not too bad actually. That's not too bad. So let me see where I left off. I got some food. After I get done doing what I gotta do, I'll snack on that. But yeah, I hate when it like the stream gets disrupted. It's annoying. But we'll go ahead and do the head and everything. Matter of fact, let me do the neck first. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to draw the neck. We'll have it go up like right here. No, that wasn't thick enough. Let's go like right here. Bring it into like right here, and then bring it back down to like here. Something like that. You know what I mean? It ain't gotta be perfect, but and then we're gonna like do like that double chin down there. And we should be able to just like color it, I think. We'll see how it looks when I get done with it, but it's whatever. It is kind of whatever. We might have to tweak it once all is said and done, but for right now, let's just let's see, new folder. Ooh, for my neck. Hope I didn't pull anything just then. Okay, so we're gonna call this the neck. And we'll go ahead and get into like the torso. Ooh, actually, because I forgot to do the little ponytail for the back of the hair. So this shouldn't take much. I'll just I think that's a little thick actually. Let me go with a size 10. I like the better at size 12. So size 12, bring that up to here and like bring it back around. I don't know that I like that. Let's go and try it again. Let me see something. Because I need it to look right when I connect it to there. Uh, okay. Wait. Let's just try one solid brush stroke, like a quick, confident brush stroke. And something like that. It's something like that. It ain't gotta be perfect. It's just, and then it's gonna be like in the background a lot of the time too. It's fine. Let's go to size 8 on this brush. Mm, let's not overcomplicate it. Let's give it a simple shape. This is getting on my nerves already. Yeah, something like this right here. And then we'll just round it out a bit. Here. I don't know, I want it to be a little bit more sharp at the end. Kind of like that. Okay, so yeah, let me lower the opacity of that, and then that'll be the ponytail. Okay, and I can put that. How was I doing this? I forgot how I was doing this. Um, okay, so hold on. This is the head. That's the ponytail. It'd have to be behind the back of the hair. Cool. Okay. Okay, so now the head is done, the neck is done. I'm not sure I like how I did the neck actually. Let me see something. What if, oh geez, what if I brought that neck down a little bit? I don't know. I don't know about that one. Again, I can always fix. Matter of fact, no, I don't like it. I'm gonna fix it now. I genuinely don't like how I did that. Okay, so hit P. Let's go with a size 12. And it should just be as simple as this. I don't like that. I already don't like it. Mm, think that works a little bit better. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but I know these like overlaps are kind of weird, but it's just where I'm mapping out the neck and things like that. Okay, let's call this the neck. All right, now we gotta get to the actual torso and everything, which that is gonna be a pain. I'm not gonna lie to you. This might be the hardest part. But once I can knock that out, I pretty much got the drawing down. So hit P, start a new layer for the torso. And what we're gonna do, and this is not a fat joke, but there's like so much to like draw with this guy because it's like he's got so much stuff in the torso alone. Then I got to draw like his waist to freaking his legs and fun, fun, you guys. All right, let's figure this all out before this is like the death of me. Let's start with what I can easily do. Let's do the back of this right quick, where it connects to like the shoulder pads, because that part is gonna be pretty simple. I put Beast Boy's little coat as two separate layers because I plan on like animating that. I don't want to do that with Control Freak. I genuinely do not. I don't think it's necessary for one, because there's so much other stuff that could be animated with him. And two, that just seems like a whole pain. No, freak. I think I might have to. No, 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 I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Or do I? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a pain. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see how I need to do this. I need the arm to at least be behind this shoulder pad, or else it's gonna look weird. And I most likely need this shoulder pad connected to this coat thing. And so at the very least, or better yet, no. That's not necessarily true. I need the arm most likely to be connected to this shoulder pad. Or do I? Oh, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough because at least with like say Blackfire, her arm is like under the shoulder pad, and shoulder pads don't really move, if I'm not mistaken. So I can get away with that. But for like him, if the shoulder pads don't move, that's gonna be kind of awkward. And I think it would be fine if it's simply that the arm is connected to the shoulder pad. I might be mistaken actually. No. Because if this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Let me see. Oh crap. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this because what do I need to animate? I need the arms to be animated. So I need the arm to be its own separate thing outside of this other part of the jacket or whatever and the shoulder pad. That's the most important part. But I also want the shoulder pad animated. So my options are to either have it move. No, let me think about this. Let me think about this. Freak. This is so difficult for no reason. Okay, let's because it seems increasingly clear that it doesn't really matter what this jacket part is going to be a part of anyway. So let me just continue on with the jacket portion of things, and then I'll work on the arm and stuff after the fact. So I guess I'll let me see. Just bring this down to here. Let me rotate it a little bit. A lot of this is just thought processes, just me figuring things out through trial and error. Let me see if I can erase this one part with this vector. No, I cannot. So let me bring this in a little bit more to like right here. And now I should be able to erase it. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's hit this. I'm gonna still stay with this size 15 brush. It should probably be a bit bigger actually, but let's see. Something like that. Something like that. Let me hit erase. And I'm gonna get this one part of this, and then I'm gonna put it in its own separate layer, and then just flip that. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. And now it's on the other side. Perfect. Real kind of like from this bottom half, he looks like an evil Iroh, but like when you see the top, it's like, oh, it's bootleg Star Wars villain. um, okay, so we got the jacket portion, and I need this kind of how do I put it? This kind of groin area to be separate from the legs. So I can draw all of this. I just have to draw the arms and legs separate. So let's see. Let me hit this again and go with like a size 12 and see what I can do. I think I want to draw this sash first. Yeah, like that. I feel like that line's a bit too thin. Yeah, maybe like that. And just kind of bring it back up like here. It's not straight. I don't like how I drew that. I don't know that that's too much better. Let me just draw it in a just completely straight line. I like that better. Let's not overthink these things. So I'm gonna like move this over a little bit and maybe even turn it. Oh, you know what? I think it was fine how it was. Let's leave it like this. I'm gonna hit erase or my vector. Oh, free. Oh, I didn't draw this as a vector. Oh my God. I hate it here. Free. Oh my God. Why did wait. Oh wait. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I thought I drew this as a raster. I was gonna have to start that whole part over. I was just in the wrong layer. Thank God. Okay. Okay. Panic avoided. Okay, so I'm gonna hit E and then erase these parts. Okay, so now we got the sash down. And I could separate these into different layers, and that could help me like animate this little outer jacket part and everything. I don't want to do that. That's way too much. That's way above my pay grade. What's my pay grade, you might ask? Don't ask me that. But yeah, so we're gonna do like this part where it's like the chest connects to the neck. He technically doesn't have a neck, but he's got a neck. So let's go to size 8 brush for this and just see how that looks. I'm gonna line it up to there. All right, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I feel like that line is a bit thin. It might work though. Let me go with a size 10, maybe a size, nah, a size 10 should suffice. Let me go down here and I'm not drawing the straightest lines. Okay, so down here to down. Oh my God. I swear I can, I would swear I can draw, but I kind of can't. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, so let's bring this down a little bit so I don't have to redraw it. I think that looks halfway decent. I don't quite like how I did this line. Let's just delete that. Let me flip it right quick actually and see if I can draw it better like this. That kind of helped. Yeah, I think that works. I don't know, something like it's not curved how I want it to. Like, yeah, that's better. That's better. Let me I think that's might make it a little bit bigger or bring it down some. I hate when I'm like nitpicky like this because it's like I can't get anything done. But yeah. I think that looks halfway decent. Something like that. Okay. I think it's starting to come together a little bit better. So, sorry, I'm just cracking my knuckles right quick. Okay. So now I'm gonna put like one more little line for like this kind of road part, if that makes sense. And then I'm gonna, mm, this is gonna get difficult with this like where the legs connect. Let me just put this down. Let me get a bigger brush size. Let me go with like a size 20. I think that works. All right, and then I need, let's go to size 15. I'm gonna try to draw another little part over here to imply that like his gut is hanging. I'm also gonna put like a little roll, like a little stomach roll up here. Okay, so let's go to size 15 and try to bring this belt in a bit. I can't draw a straight line and in general. Okay, maybe I can. There we go. I think it's a little off, not off center, but not straight or whatever. All right, I think that's good. And then I might even bring it up. Nah, I won't bring it up a bit. Let's draw this little buckle. Think that looks halfway. I don't like how that last part was. Somewhat decent, just right. All right, now let's bring this part of the belt in. That's almost perfect. That's a very thin belt, but it might work actually. Okay, so I was trying to think about like this. Um, let's see. I'm gonna bring like a lot. Oof, no, I don't like that. I'm gonna bring a line. Oof, oof. Let's. I'm trying to bring. I don't even think that's necessary. I'll leave the lines open for right now and just see how it looks once I actually color it. But the last thing I really need to do is kind of bring the all of this like down, if that makes sense. Yes, he's definitely looking rotund. So that's a good thing. He's got like this egg shape. Okay, so the the little jacket part won't be able to animate. I think that's fine. The thing that I don't think will be fine is if those shoulder pads don't animate. Prime example. Prime example. Let's test something out right quick. Let me see. That's one thing. That's one thing. I'll just merge these. It should be. Let me not merge these actually for right now. Let me just put these together. I'll call this the torso. This will look really sick when I actually get to color, but I almost forgot what I was doing. Let's see. How do I want to handle this? I completely lost focus just then, but wait. Time out, time out, time out, time out. Oh, freak. Okay, no, that's not a problem. I'm gonna just have to keep the legs behind the jacket. Because I was gonna say, like, I can't have the legs like in front of this part, but that's fine. I can work around that. This is just gonna be rough, in all honesty. Okay, yeah. My bad. I forgot. I lost my train of thought completely. So let me practice these shoulder pads right quick. So let's just, it's not gonna be perfect or whatever. It's just, I'm just mapping them out. So here's one, right? and then say I do the arm as its own separate thing. Right? Let's just do that. Let me bring it all the way around, actually. It's gonna have to overlap anyway. So let's say it comes into like right here. So that's the arm or whatever. Let's just do this basic hand right here. Okay. So now let's try something, right? If we let's say both of these are their own just one layer, right? If I move it, the both will move. The issue is that the arm is like out of place now. So I could try to move the arm. Let me see. Yeah, that's the shoulder pad. It's the arm. If I move the arm in to like the center point of that, then now let's try it. Let's go Control T. Oh geez, I didn't do that right. Let me select both of them, hit Control T, and now, I put it like right there. See now, okay, see now that actually works. That actually works. So now let me try it like this, right? If I go and put it right in between, that doesn't work. So I can do both, but I have to have the arm pretty much like right. His arms are pretty much gonna have to be over the rest of his body, which I don't think is necessarily an issue. Am I being lazy? Not really. Am I taking shortcuts? Most certainly. I'm trying to have a decent animation model without it getting overly complicated, which it is definitely already getting overly complicated. So, okay, okay, let me hit Control S. This is a hard one, bro. This is a hard one, just because there's so many parts to it. But yeah, let's delete these items, objects, whatever. I just genuinely needed to know how I was gonna do this. So okay, with the arms, I'm gonna have to move this arm, but that's fine. Here's the torso. I'm gonna lower the transparency of the torso, and I'm gonna draw the arm. So let's go with a size. Let's go with size 17 for right now. I'm gonna hit P and start a new layer. This is the wrong brush. There we go. I'm gonna just do this, bring this down a bit. I don't like how I drew that. Let's try to start with this and then just work around it. That's a little bit better, not smooth. Let's try to quick, confident brush strokes. I like that. Okay, I don't like that one. Let me go with a size 12 for the inside. That's too thin. Making life hard. Let's go with a size 15 for that one. I think that looks halfway decent. You feel me? Yeah. Okay, okay. I think that's a decent start to that right there. Let's see if I try to move this right now. That might be perfect actually. All right, and then let me do the hand Zahando. I would draw this as a whole separate thing. Matter of fact, I will draw this as a whole separate thing, just in case I don't like it, like the hand literally being right there. I won't save them as different parts though. I'm not doing all that. So I might lower the placement of the hand though. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. That's it. P. Okay. Size 15. Let's trying to see how I want to do this. I think that's straight. Let's lower the size of that just a little bit. Okay. Okay, there's that. And we're not trying to do too much with these hands. Sorry if I'm quiet too. I'm just trying to focus honestly. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I like I did that. But yeah, yeah. Let's lower the size of this brush a little bit. I think that's pretty much perfect. Let me just do this like open part of this fingerless glove. I'm gonna actually move all this over. Something like that. Something like that. Actually, ooh, not that. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good actually. Nice. So, before I move on, I do want to bring the glove down a little bit lower because when the sun shines, okay. But yeah, because why did I do that? Yeah. Because when I do actually like rig this up for like animation, I want it to be able to move, and if it's too close to the if it's too close to the little sleeve, then it might mess it up. So yeah. I think this helps. I think this helps. Okay. Oh, freaking K. Oh. So we got the arm and we got the actually hold up. I need to do this little patch thingy on the end of it. Also, for anybody that tunes in or rewatches this or whatever, eh, please feel free to let me know who or what you want me to draw next. I'm probably not gonna do much more in terms of like Teen Titans, but if there's any other like franchise or anything like that that you want to see, let me know. I don't like how I drew this one. I kind of like how I drew that. I don't know what about it, but I like how I drew that. Okay, so that's the arm. And that's fine for right now. I don't have to draw the other arm. I can just duplicate this one. So let me think. How long has this stream been going? I mean, technically, this one is like 30 minutes, but all in all, this stream has been running for 3 hours and 28 minutes, so almost 3.5 hours. Cool. All right, so now I'm gonna do the little shoulder pad thingies. Let's see. Okay, let's go with a smaller brush size because this is a smaller piece and it's not gonna be as detailed. So let's go with this top portion. I don't, that's so not straight. Well, I mean, I can get it with, nah, that's good. That's dang near perfect. Um, I don't know if oof, don't know that I like how I drew that one. Let's see. Let's rotate this ever so slightly. I kind of think that works. Let me see. Let me connect these lines. Yeah, that works. Sometimes literally just connecting the line works. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do like these vertical lines rather than the horizontal ones that he has in the show. It's not a huge difference, but like I like it. So kick rocks. Okay, so that's one shoulder pad. Now the issue becomes the shoulder is really the placement of the shoulder pad. Let me see something because if I move it to like right here, that can actually let me see. Let me see. His is like right at the end of the jacket. So like let's see if I move this up right. I think right here would be a good placement. But then I also have to put the arm. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to figure out where I even want to put this. First off, let me tilt it. Maybe it needs to be a bit more straight. Now let me try to move all of this. This is a whole lot of like pre-planning. Okay, so if I were to put this plus right here where they connect, that really kind of works. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's see if I just put it, yeah, I feel like it needs to be kind of close between both. Feel like I should most more so refer to nah, that ain't gonna work. It's weird because if I have both of them rotate, let's try something. I'm gonna move the arm. I'm going to move the arm to like right on in there. Right now, let's hit Control T on all of this. Put it like right there. I feel like that's a much better range of motion. It's a little weird, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, I'll leave it like that for right now. That's pretty That's pretty alright. I'll give that. The only thing is, it's pretty close to let me move this piece a little bit. I mean, that might help. Actually, no, it won't. I'm going to. I think I want to just move the arm a little bit, and I guess I'll also move the little shoulder pad a little bit. I think that might help. Regardless, I could always move either or. I think they look fine for right now. So, yeah, I'll leave that like that for right now. The torso is mostly done. Let me label this the arm. I'm genuinely trying to figure out how I want to do. I'm genuinely trying to figure out how I want to do this, man. Uh, this is gonna be difficult, but like I said, I could change all this on a whim if I wanted to. Okay, so that is sucks. All right, so the face looks pretty sick. The arms look decent. At this point, I gotta finish up this part of the sash, which I might say that till the end. I really don't feel like doing it, and I might not even put anything on it. But that's part of what makes his sash cool. I won't commit anything. I won't commit to anything on the sash for right now. I'll also probably not do his weapon today because there's already just oh geez, there's already just a ton of stuff that I have to make for this. So, but with that being said, what else do I have to do? I mean, obviously color, but outside of just coloring, I pretty much just got to do the legs, and then we should be good on that. Is it just me, or do these legs look like two different sizes? What a flip did I just do? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the legs look like two different sizes. They shouldn't be, like at all. I think it's because how I like redrew it right here, but I don't like how I redrew it right there. Actually, I kind of like how I redrew it right there. Okay. Ugh. His thighs are a little bit more thick, and I think that fits. So, ooh, let's do a new folder. I'm gonna have to reorganize this. I already know, but let's call this the leg or whatever. I might oof, trying to see how I want to do this. Okay, yeah, thick thigh, yeah, yeah. That's way too early. I gotta wait till I get right up past the little like crotch area. Let's flip it because I feel like I'm not gonna draw this smooth enough on the other side. Let's go from like here up to like I feel like it's not doing it. Also, I like how this is puffing out. It feels like ninja legs, like a freaking ninja. Okay, I don't. Let me try that again. Let me try it from like right here to like right here. I feel like that went a little bit better. The only thing is like it didn't go all the way like I wanted it to, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh. That's one thing, like when I draw for a good minute, my hand starts to get not steady, not shaky per se, but it gets more unsteady. Ah, I think that's straight actually. I think that's pretty straight. So let's go with a size 17. Bring this in a little bit. I gotta figure out how I want to do this. Oh my gosh. Guys, I swear I know how to draw. Alright, I'm gonna just bring this in a bit to like right here. Make it maybe a little bit thicker. I I kind of like that. I don't like how it connects per se, but I kind of like that. All right, let's draw the shoe. Oh, that's pretty sick. Okay, now let me do this. Just kind of bring in these bands. I probably need to make it a different size, but yeah, like right here, right here. I think that's pretty straight of a leg, actually. The only thing I don't like about this leg is like that part, like mm, let me see how close this is connected. Yeah, I could delete that actually. Hit P. Let me go with a size 17. I kind of like that. It's a very slight difference, and I don't truly know that it's like better or worse, but something about I think the way it like goes in, yeah, it feels like it's curving in more. It's getting thinner at the yeah, yeah, I think that's pretty sick. So, we got the legs, we got the arm. They're in like two different places, but we got them. So, you know, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna we're going to color this in a little bit, and I'm gonna eat some food. So I'll be right here checking the chat and everything like that. I think I'm the only one here right now though. So there's that. I'm trying to like check my stream right quick. Stream connection's excellent. But let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me look in OBS. So yeah, most of this is done. I'm gonna just sit here and monitor the stream, but I'm gonna pretty much just be eating. So I'm gonna put my little out to lunch here, and I'll just be eating while I like review and just talk about stuff. So let's see. Okay, so what I have left to do is I need to find like a color palette. It's probably gonna be like a tan, orange, brown color palette. I don't know what color like orange I'm gonna use for it, but I think I had an idea earlier, like for the specific brown that I was gonna use. I think it was gonna be like a sepia tint for his for like the brown that I'm gonna use. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I need a tan for his face, which if I get a brown or an orange, I could easily make for that. I have like a light brown or a light orange for like that pinky skin. I might have him look pale. He's not really pale here. He really just looks like a lighter version of the orange in his hair, but Hmm. Yeah, I think this was a good thing to do to just have like this pasta at my side while I like look at this and like review it. I could probably be trying to think of the color right now though. Let's see, what's a sepia color hex? Let me see. I got a 70. What is this? 704214. That might work. Okay, so I saw this. Yeah, that looks like what it is. So that I think I'll use that. And the reason I'm using like a sepia brown, or I'm thinking about using that, is that that's the that's the kind of sepia is like the color you get in like old school pictures and stuff like that, where it's like not completely black and white, but it's kind of tinted. And so for this retro kind of design he has, I think that it fit pretty well. So, and if I have a brown, then I probably have every other color on that because I can just work from that. Ooh, yeah, this is the easy part because I really just have to like go in and color. And after I have it like mapped out across the rest of the fit, it's pretty straight. I still have to go back and edit like the black fire drawing, but I think black fire looks really good, especially like when you compare it to Starfire. I think it looks pretty solid. Also, I want his redhead to be like different from Starfire's, which Starfire's the way I did it was a bit of pink and red in it, where his is going to be like more of an orange type color, most likely. Maybe a dingy orange to match with like the brown coloration I'm gonna give him. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna actually just mute myself until because I don't want to just because I know somebody's gonna rewatch this and there's gonna be a bunch of smacking and they're gonna feel like I'm saying something. So I'm just gonna pause this and then once I get done munching or once somebody pops in, then I'll continue talking. So let me mute myself. Yeah, I'm currently in the process of finishing this up. I know the things are out to lunch, but I just kind of talk. If people pop in and out, it looks like somebody didn't. But yeah, I have to like color now. So I'm gonna go with sepia brown for like the jacket, wherever I put the jacket at. Yeah, right here. Let me raise the opacity a bit. Let me see the torso. Okay, so I gotta put in like the color hex, which if you don't know what that is, it's it's just a code you can put in to get a very specific color. So for sepia, it's 74 to 14. I'm gonna hit enter. I got like 3 viewers. People would come in when I'm finna eat something. All right, let's see. All right, so all right, here's the I need to merge these layers. Control E, and then I'm gonna fill in these layers just to see what this brown looks like. So let me start a new layer. Yeah, that didn't do what I wanted to do because it's opacity lower. So here's the brown. Let's compare it to, why does it look like this? Why does it look like this? What what even happened? Okay, okay. um, give me a sec. That's so weird. What? Okay, let's try this one more time. I think I know what happened. So yeah, let's fill this in. Okay, I don't know what happened. So we'll just let it rock for right now. But this is basically the brown. The tolerance is up. Let me lower the tolerance and see if that helps. I don't think it did. I do not think it did. Okay, maybe the tolerance wasn't high enough. Let's try that one more time. Okay, that helped. Okay, so now we got a brown color, and I don't think that'll fit for the jacket, but like this little sash portion and this collar, I think it'll fit for that pretty well. Let me hit Control D, and let me go ahead and take this out to lunch thing now because I guess I'm not anymore. But all right, so let's see. I'm gonna which part of the torso am I on? Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna select this sash part. Hold on, I feel like I'm tripping or doing something completely wrong. Like, hold on. Control D. Nah, it's one portion. Anyway, I think it's just how I have my settings, but I'm gonna like color in this sash portion and this middle portion or whatever. Let's see how that looks with the brown. Okay, that looks halfway decent. That I think I like it for that. It's a little bit more red on here, but I think it's fine as a brown for right here. Okay, so now that we have a like brown color, there's a lot that I could do with this. This brown is like a darkened orange, so I'm gonna raise the brightness of this orange, and I'll probably use that for like the hair. I'm gonna be doing a bit of skipping around. It'll be fine though. So there's the leg. I like the little emoji you sent in the chat, but how do I want to do this? Where's the head? This is why this is why you have to label things, because I'm like forgetting where I put everything. But I'm gonna, increase the transparency of the head, and now we're gonna try to see how this red looks for the or this. I said all that wrong. I'm gonna try to see how this orange looks for the hair. So let me go to this face layer, set it as my reference layer, start a new layer, and let's see how this looks. So I'm gonna select all these parts to like the front of the hair. You can kind of see me doing it, right? And this is only gonna do the front portion of the hair, but that's all I need. It's a very bright orange. I'll leave it like that for right now, but I'm probably gonna change it because that's a very bright orange. I'm not gonna leave it like that for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and lower the thing so it's like a little bit darker. Let's try 85. I'm gonna set this to transparency lock. The duller orange is a little bit better. I'll leave it that dull of an orange for right now, but I'll probably change. I'll see if I change it later. But I think that's a lot better than that bright orange that it was. But I feel like it's a little too dull, right? It's not as colorful. Let's try a little bit brighter. Just a little bit brighter. Yeah, I think that works a lot better. I think that's a lot better. Okay. So we have a very orange redhead. Let's do the unibrow now. And this is like really the easiest part. When I get to just color everything, we are in like the home stretch. Whoops. All right, so select this unibrow. Now the unibrow is what the heck? No, why did it do that? My reference tool is being very weird. Heck, I feel like I'd be about better off just let me try to lower the tolerance because this thing is being very weird right now. Let's lower it to 50. Let's see how it looks now. Sometimes I hate the software. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might actually, you know what? Let me just, I'm gonna just color it in because this is actually bothering me. So I'm gonna go with my little brush tool and just color the hair in. I feel like this is probably a much more satisfying way of me coloring anyway. It's a pain when I can just literally fill it in, but hey, whatever. So yeah, I fill in that unibrow with this orange. All right, now we have that. And again, he looks more like a comic-esque version of his Teen Titans iteration, which I think is a cool thing. Oh, I think it might be the fact that the anti-aliasing is. I don't know. I don't know why I was doing that. It's really weird. But while I'm here, let me see if I can get. I did something. Let me see if I can get the because and now I'm just gonna fill these in. What? Let me turn off the sketches. I feel like that might be part of the issue. Hmm. I'm gonna do it anyway and just see how that looks when I fill it in. But yeah, I'm gonna reference these pupils and just fill these in. Control D. So now we got some blue on the pupils. Hold on, I gotta figure this out because it keeps. Why is it doing that? I don't think it's the tolerance. It might actually be the anti-aliasing. Digital software sucks, by the way. I want y'all to know that. Okay, it looks like most of the people that were here kind of left, so um that sucks. Well, actually no, that's fine. That means I could eat some more. But uh let's just color this in. I don't want to color it in. Why is it doing this? Let's try the anti-aliasing. No, 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 no. That's the pin. What? Area scaling. I never changed anything. Refer reference layer. Okay, for whatever reason it was outside of the okay. That would have been cool to know. Yeah, I hate the software sometimes. But that blue is actually pretty sick. So there's that. Well, now that I know that ain't the problem, let me turn my sketch layer back on. It looked cooler with the sketch layer anyway. I think this orange is looking pretty sick. I think the blue is looking pretty sick. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. So, let me now that I know what the issue is, let me actually select this orange. And where's the hair? Oh my gosh, the hair. While ain't nobody here, let me go ahead and just, Okay, now I'm officially not out to lunch. So I scarfed down the rest of my food. So now we can just lock in and I can finish this drawing. All I really got to do is color. So let's wrap it up. The stream's been going on technically 4 hours. I know it says like an hour and 5 minutes on here, but it's been 4 hours since I started. But my Wi-Fi went out. So let's. How do I want to do this? First off, let me go back to my face layer and then do my freaking do this all over again because that really I really botched that. Let me delete this. Control D. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Now let me start a new layer. I think I want to go ahead and knock all of the like hair out. Why is this being weird? What? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. So there's the orange. I got all the orange segments filled in for this front part of the hair. The skin is gonna be easy because it's just gonna be a lighter version of this orange. I don't know how light of a version of this orange is gonna be. Let's try 25. My bad. I was looking at something. Let me label this hair. Yeah, right now I'm gonna go ahead and try to lock in. I feel like there's a better way to have this stream flow a little bit better. I don't know, but I guess I'll figure it out as I go. The most important thing is getting this thing mostly done so that I gotta like upload it later. That's where a lot of my views have been coming in the past few weeks. But yeah, let's see. Let's select these ears. And let's see how that ooh, that's a nice looking tan color. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's put the eyes above the face. That makes a lot more sense. The unibrow above the eyes, and that should be fine. Um, I might want him a little bit paler, but for right now, that's actually fine. So now that we got that, let's do the back of the hair. Control Freak is cool, dude. I know he's like he's got like this really almost lame design in the sense that he looks like this just nerd that lives in his mom's basement, but it's the way they did it was so cool. That is not kosher. Um, Let me get that same layer and just put it behind everything else. That's better. Um, all right, so now the back of the hair is colored. Let me take care of the face because that's gonna bother me if I don't. Let me see. This is the skin, right? As if y'all would know. Um, Skin, and then I'm gonna start a new layer. Grab this white, and I'm gonna fill this in. Ew, what the heck? I don't know how that happened. Let me control D and try that again. That's better. So there's a nice little grin, and that'll be the mouth. All right, and then I need to go back and do the whites of the eyes. So I got the pupils. You go ahead and merge these eyes right quick, control E. And I might be able to like just oof. Let me try to high tolerance. That didn't help. Low tolerance, maybe? That made it even worse. Okay, let's put it back at 50. And we'll just do this. Oh my gosh, bro. The closed gap thing is so stupid. All right, I'm gonna just set these as my reference layer, do a new layer, color these. You feel me? And then I'll just erase. That's probably as simple as I can make it. I could have just colored it in, but I'm kind of lazy. Thus, why I'm a digital artist. Not actually. Don't let the pixels fool you. Digital art is, I mean, digital art can be rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, all right. While I'm here doing this, let me. Oh yeah, I love that. That really helps the style to pop. Okay. He also looks that makes him look a lot older too. Dope, 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 dope. Okay, Forgot what I was gonna do. Genuinely. Um, okay, I know one thing I need to do. I don't like that the eyes are completely white because what I like to do is you know, get a off-white color. So say maybe 10. Matter of fact, nah, Starfire is a bad example. Let's go with Beast Boy, right? He's got like slightly tinted green. It's at like a 10. Okay. Yeah. So I'll go like a 10 on this orange. And then I'll, fill in the whites of the eyes with it. That's a bit dull. Like, I want it to be kind of dull, but that's a little too dull. That's a little bit better. So I got like that off-white color. And so now I'm gonna go above the pupil and get a true white. And I'm going to get my G pen and just make some highlights. I think that looks phenomenal. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. All right, we're getting somewhere with this design. We are getting somewhere with this design. So, another thing, let's try something. Where are the eyes, actually? These are the eyes. Let's go a layer above. What layer is this actually? These are. Oh, let's okay, so these are the whites of the eyes. Let me label that right quick. White. And he looks cool. I'm in my bag on this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Here I go glazing myself again. Um, but yeah, I wanna add a little bit to like the bags under his eyes because he is supposed to have like some form of dark circles under his eyes. So I think that doesn't help. Well, actually, it kind of helps. I'm not gonna lie to you. That that's kind of dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. Makes it look like he's been staying up all night. So I like some color. I don't know if I like the orange though. Let's try the brown. See how the brown looks under his eyes. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it there. Oh, that looks pretty dope. Let's yeah, that fits so well. Yeah, without it, it looks like but with it, it's like yeah, he ain't slept. Bro ain't been sleeping. This probably is one of the most conceptually complicated ones I've done outside of like Cyborg. All right, so now also now that we got these blemishes on here and we're working with different colors, um, let me see something. I'm gonna call these the bags. This is some of the most work I done put into some eyes. No, this is the most I done put into some eyes. That's crazy. I love the style too, man. Um, okay, so I'm gonna go with where the skin is and try to just I'm gonna try to see what it looks like with the orange on the little blemishes. I think I think it works actually. I might need to change it a little bit, but I think it kind of works. But it also makes it kind of look like freckles, and I don't want it to look like freckles. Yeah, it definitely makes it look like freckles. All right, I think I'm gonna just delete those. I think right now it at least looks like acne. I could change it later, but you know. Okay. My hand is cramping. Jeez. Okay, so how do I want to do the rest of this? I think for the face and the I think I got that part knocked out. I think I'm good on that. I need to do the neck. Where did I put the neck? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna increase the transparency of that. And I'm gonna fill in. Oh, shoot. Okay. This is gonna suck. Okay, I got an idea. I got an idea. I'm gonna do a new vector layer, and I'm going to just select the skin. I think I want to make before I continue. I think I want to make him a little bit lighter. By the way, let's go. It's like size. It's I say size. Let's go with 20 on the skin. Make him just a little bit like because I want him to seem like he hasn't seen the light of day. His skin looks a little too healthy, if you feel me. Um, so I'm gonna go back to the head, face, and then the skin. Lock that because I don't want to like do the skin for like the rest of the body and then have to go back and change the skin tone. So that looks like a much more unhealthy, unhealthy skin tone. Let's compare it to the original one. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it. Let's compare. Yeah, that's darker. Yeah, I think that's good. I think we're good on that. I could always change it, but I think I think him being that pale skin color, looking like he hasn't seen the sun, I think that's dope. In fact, let's try it just a little bit lighter. I don't think I'll want it any lighter than this, but just for craps and giggles, let's okay, he looks way too light on that one. Yeah, he looks like yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is perfect blend of he looks human without looking like a ghost. So there's that. We've gotten that. The face carries, dog. This face card is there. I mean, he's ugly as all get out, but like he looks like a cool ugly. I love it. This is probably some of the most fun I done had because it's so out of my comfort zone. It's like out of my range. I think that's the better word for it because I have like a range. I'm not used to draw. I don't usually draw adults. Like I do it when I draw adults when I'm just drawing. When I'm drawing like characters, they're usually like either usually it hasn't really been the Teen Titans in like as of recently, and then most of my OCs are either like Anaya where it's like teenagers or Cartoon Man where he's like super stylized to the point where he might as well be a kid. So this and again I don't know if Control Freak is a grown man, but he looks like a grown man. So let's see. This is definitely a fun experience. This also helped me when I draw Slade, because Slade is also a grown man. Cyborg looks like he could be a grown man, and for all intents and purposes, he might as well be, but he's not. So I had to keep that in mind when I was drawing him too. I wanted him to look kind of childlike. Okay, so let's go to the neck. I got because I was rambling like a mug just then, but let me hit P, hit my G pen, and I'm gonna just wrap this around. All right, and I just want a line so that I can easily fill these in. So I'm gonna set both of these as my reference layer. Oh my gosh. And now I should just be able to fill in the neck. or lack thereof. And I'm gonna go back to the torso, do the same thing, and just kind of fill in where I need. No, I don't even know how to explain it. I ain't gonna hold you. We label this layer skin, and I'm gonna fill the skin in. I like how everybody was popping in when I wanted to eat, but now that I ain't eating, then ain't nobody here. Oh, look how fat he look. Look at him, bro. Look at him. There's a big boy now. Okay. Okay. We got the neck and the head. I want to see how they rotate. So Control T, and let's put the point of rotation right here. Yeah, that's a neck for you. That is a neck for you. I mean, barely, but it looks like a fat boy's neck. So perfect, perfect. I need to make sure that the hair is herring, but yo, I killed it with this. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say, dog. I'm killing it. This go hard. This go hard, dog. All right. So now, where's the torso? I got the chest. I got the skin. He's got a little fur on him. You know what I'm saying? He got a little. See, now I gotta go to the back of the hair, turn down his own. I swear. But yeah, he got a little fur on him. You know what I'm saying? He got some chest hair, and I didn't mention it with the eyebrow or the unibrow, but he how do I want to put this? Yeah. In the actual drawing, you can't really tell it's his chest hair for one. Like you can, but it's either made with that brown right here or it's made with that orange. I'm gonna give him the orange. Same thing I did with the unibrow, just because that's his hair. That's how hair works. I mean, I'm not redheaded, but I'm pretty sure that's universal. But so let's go with just these quick. I think those might be too thick actually. Let's go with a size 6 brush and just make some quick, confident brush strokes. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. I should have did these in a vector. I mean, it doesn't matter that I didn't do it in a vector layer, but it would have been a lot easier for like a vector layer. I don't particularly like how I drew those. Also, oh, I thought I did them in the wrong layer. Uh, let me lower the opacity of that and then actually do this in a vector layer. I think that'd be fine. That one's too big. Let me delete this one. I mean, that's straight, but like, I kind of like that one a little bit better, actually. Yeah, let me delete some of these and then just kind of redraw them. I think they need to be longer. I think that looks halfway decent, actually. Let me give them a little bit more fur, like maybe have like one more, and then like maybe some little ones that. Eh, it's straight for right now. It'll be straight for right now. I could always tweak it. You know what I mean? But let's see. I see why they chose a different color. This is a little weird, but let me turn the back of the hair back up. So now I have that. Now, one issue I'm probably gonna run into. His skin is pretty pale for one. I need like a more tan color for this. like something almost like a vanilla type. I could literally just look up a vanilla color palette. I don't know if I want to do that though, but do 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 do. Like, I'm gonna try the same color. Ah, freak. I don't know if that. Let me refer to his actual thing. See, okay, see here it's like a dingy color. Let me see something. That's 29. Eh. Okay, so he's got like a dingy brown on this on like the torso portion. So, or I say a dingy brown, but it's I don't even know what color that is. I'm keeping a buck with you. So it's got like a grayish tone to it. Let's go with like 15 and 70 or something comparable. Yeah. Yeah, let's try that right quick. So, where's the torso? The only thing I don't like about this drawing is just there's so much to it. So there's a lot that I have to draw, but I think overall I'm nailing it. This is definitely one of the more confident ones that I done. Yeah, I have more confidence in this one than as Blackfire. Oh, I thought I was gonna botch Blackfire. You know what I mean? It ain't a perfect drawing, but it was better than I thought it was gonna be. Oh yeah, that's a big boy. That is a big boy. Let's see. I don't want to do this. Okay, there's the rest of the torso. Let's start a new layer. Then we're just gonna fill in all of these parts right here. Keep it simple. That's okay. See, that's a little too dingy. I needed to be a bit like I think the color might be on point, but it needs to be a bit brighter. So let's go 15 8. Okay, let's try that. That's a lot better actually. That is way better. That's almost it feels like about 1 to 1 actually. Bro looks like a whole gremlin. Like uh y'all can't tell me nothing. Okay. Okay, so we got that color down. And the last color we really need is for the jacket. Mm, this is gonna be a pain. So the jacket is basically black, really. But what I'm gonna do with the black? Let's control I. This is a blue. I don't like that. Let's try this. Control I. That's perfect. This okay. That's perfect. So what I just did is got the opposite of this tan color. It's like vanilla, not whatever you want to call this beige or whatever color for the torso. I need to tweak the torso a bit because this doesn't look right. But whatever color this is, I got the opposite of it. So I feel like that fits the color palette a bit better for that reason. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So now I got that there. I'm gonna do the same thing along the arms and things. I need to look at how his belt is done, but I feel like this a lot of this is actually probably how they got it, like got the color palette. Matter of fact, let me see something. I I genuinely want to see where the flip did I? Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna duplicate this. This is just for funsies. Nobody's in here, but rasterize, hit Control I. I'm gonna take this color, Control Z. Okay, no, that's not at all the same color. I'm tripping. Well, maybe I'm just a genius. Maybe I'm just a genius, dog. Trying to see how I want to do the rest of this. If I want to do the rest, nah, I definitely want to do the rest of this. Uh, it's rough. This is rough. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to look up another reference image of this guy because um, what was my reasoning? Yeah, because I need to see how his lower half looks. Okay, so I see. So his pants are the same color as whatever the freak. You feel me? So I can go ahead and do the pants if I want to. I'll probably just go ahead and do the arms first, actually. So yeah, we got the pad, and then there's the arm. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, man. Actually, hold on. Yeah, that's the hand. Okay, cool. So, gonna fill this in with that. Why am I on a different color? We're gonna fill that in with this whatever color we had for this. Control D, and I'm going to actually go and cop or just Control I, hit my eyedropper tool, Control Z, and I want to get that opposite blue for that and use it in some of the fit. So like right here, like right here. Yeah, I need to tweak that up a little bit. I mean, it already looks a bit more interesting too, just from having that. So it's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's see how I want to do the rest of this. The glove, I want to say, is the same. Is also the same color, as the whatever. It's getting to the point of the stream where I'm like, my brain is starting to malfunction. So I'm gonna just go down to this hand and just oh, that's the wrong color, and just fill in certain spots so I can like get closer to done. Most likely the stream will be done before 9. It'll probably be done by like 8:15, 8:30. I know I'm not quite there yet, but once I get most of this colored in, I can about call it a wrap. So yeah, now people really don't be up at night. Like there's a few people that popped in and out of this, and that was about it. All righty then. Let's see if we got this, and this, and then this. Okay, so now I should just fill in the skin. Ooh, them gloves looking nice. Them gloves looking nice. All right, so now I just really just got to do the shoulder pad, and then just like some cleanups along the arm. We should be good. We should be good. Ooh. Only thing I'm concerned about is how. Hmm. Nothing. I'll worry about it later. I'll just worry about it later. Um. Yeah. I'm supposed to be doing the shoulder pad. So that's there. Set as my reference layer. I'm gonna take this color, white beetle with denim. So yeah, that. And then the rest will be like the same color as the jacket, pretty much, which is fine by me. Let's go ahead and do that. So they're really just pads on the jacket. That's interesting. All right, bro, do you see how cool bro looks? Like that's actually this is such an awesome design. I'm so glad I did this. Um he's got some more along the like actual jacket, but I'll do that if I feel like doing it. I might not feel like doing it. I think the color palette is working phenomenally though. Like absolutely positively phenomenal. Only thing I don't like is that they aren't metallic. I might make them metallic. I might make them metallic because I'm like, bro, this would be so cool if it was metallic. Okay, so I'm getting distracted. We getting there. We getting there. We mostly done. I need to do the belt, which honestly, I'm really just gonna put the belt as like the same color as freaking the whatever this is. So yeah, that's one thing. A matter of fact, why am I doing it like that? I could have just put it like literally put it in the same layer. Yeah. Oh jeez. Okay, yeah, there's that. I can get that same blue and make it metallic on here. Only thing that's gonna bother me is that I didn't put anything on the sash, but that's like, it is what it is. I guess. Like, okay, okay. Hey, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Uh, I made him so much more ugly than he actually is, but he looks so cool though. Like I feel like he's uglier, but he's also cooler. Maybe not. He's definitely got a bit more charisma. I will get the OG one is definitely more charismatic looking, like more charming. Mine is just hideous. Yeah, but like in a good way. All right. Let's see. I'm did the torso. I need to do what else do I need to do? Hmm. Please let us get in. No longer the wing. We're not what you're thinking. I need to do. Oh wait, I didn't do the ponytail. Hey my gosh, I didn't do the ponytail. Okay, let me raise the brightness of the ponytail and select this orange, la naranja. I know I set this mug to 90. Um, let's see. All right, so let's not overcomplicate this. I'm gonna just simply Let me hit I again. Why is it doing this to me? Um, I'ma just fill in the orange parts with orange, obviously, and then the band. Can I even see the band on here? I don't think I can. I think the band is actually supposed to be this dingy color. I might make it the blue color though. I feel like that might make it a little bit cooler. And let me try a couple of the other colors actually. Let me try the brown. I think the brown gets lost. I don't like the brown. I don't care for the blue. I feel like that's a little too dark. Okay, okay. We'll go with the tannish one. I don't know that that's necessarily the best, but I feel like it fits somehow, some way. He's definitely starting to look more like him now that I look at him. It just feels so good to be able to draw these characters, man. Like I love these characters growing up. So like to see these in my style and just me improving as I draw them. And I ain't drawing a fat dude, bro. You know how cool it is that I can draw a fat dude, like, bro. And then he's like, I can animate him too. And again, he's not like super just huge, but he's definitely overweight. And I think I captured that pretty well, especially the no neck. Bro has no neck, but he also has a neck at the same time. Like this dude ain't got no neck. Mine at least kind of has a neck. So this dude's hair ain't as red either, which I think is fine. Okay, so I need to put the ponytail behind the hair because otherwise it's just gonna be weird. I think that's fine. I think that's solid. I might need to change the thickness of that, but it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Something's off here. Let me see something actually. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I was kind of just looking at something, but I'm just staring at this. Like I feel like I'm doing such a great job at it. Um, did I put the leg as a separate thing? Please, for the love of God, tell me I actually did it in a vector wherever I put it. Oh no. Let- Please, for the love. Oh, thank God! I just put it too high like an idiot. I'd much prefer that than the alternative, and I ain't do nothing with it at all. Um, or did it wrong. Yeah, I was only panicking earlier. Nah, this is coming together really well. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, let's get this leg. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Look at that big chicken thigh. I'm definitely gonna have to move that. It just does not look right there. Um, which reminds me, I need to finish the torso. But you see, there's the brown. I might as well just go in and just fill in this part. Okay, let me bring the leg back. And for this one, since he's fat, I actually could just get away with keeping this line. In all honesty, I don't think I'm gonna do that, but I could. That's the funny part. Okay, okay. I should have looked at the Teen Titans Go version a little bit. Not to say that because I definitely wouldn't have really wanted to. Golly, I look down and like look back at the drawing, bro. I'm cooking with this one, but yeah, not necessarily because the Teen Titans Go one is any better, but sometimes they have some nice stylistic choices that they put. And cartoon wise, they definitely did. He looks a lot more rough, but you know, I think for mine, the biggest draw is that these for the most part look like they come out of a they look like they come out of a comic rather than a cartoon, especially this dude. Golly, he definitely fits the villain role more in here. Um, okay, so I'm gonna take the same tannish color and oh geez, I really just want to break out in song. I have an issues. I have an issue that didn't make any sense. Okay, so his shoes are kind of like all this. It's like the same. Let me see, because I could just have them as brown shoes, but I could also not have them as brown shoes. Feel me? Did I put these in the same? Okay, no, I didn't. Okay, let's because I gotta remember that this isn't actually the OG rendition of this guy. It's my version, but let's see how I want to do this. I don't think that I like the brown shoes, but this is for craps and giggles. Let's go ahead and see how it looks. You feel me? Let's see it through. I feel like it does look more Jedi-esque with the brown, maybe. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. However, let's see if I like it with like the tan at the bottom. Oh, leg. Oh my gosh, I hate it. All right, so let's just fill it in as usual. I don't want to break away from the original design too much anyway. I did that wrong. I did that completely wrong. Let's go back with this tan coloration. Right, and then I guess I'll just do brown. I don't want to overthink it. That's literally how the original is. So, and I have deviated away from the original versions before, but in this instance, I don't necessarily I should. So, bro just looks dirty. Bro genuinely just looks dirty. Oh, I love it. Okay, so we got the legs. We pretty much just have to copy and paste it. Same with the arm, honestly. I'm trying to think of what else I gotta do. What time is it? It's almost 8. I like to end it earlier than 9. So, I think I'll duplicate the arms and then I'm gonna have to ask for some advice on this. I'm gonna have to genuinely ask for some advice on this or like marinate on it a bit because if I had more people in these streams, I'd probably just let it rock. But uh, how do I want to do this? I don't know. Okay, let's let's duplicate the leg. That'll make things easier. Control J. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. What did I do? Okay, there we go. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. Y'all can't tell me nothing, bro. Whoa, what, what, what? Time out. What the flip even? Where did that even come from? Genuinely, where did that come from? Hold on, hold on. How did that even? It's not even on the page. What? Y'all saw that, right? How is? First off, what even is that? How does that even happen? Genuinely, what? 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 Sometimes I hate what I do. Most of the time I don't. Sometimes I genuinely hate what I do. All right, let's edit trend. Let me move that around to see if that actually fits. Why is it doing this to me? What like how uh, what what? Hold on, bro. I got an idea. Let me control X this, delete, and control V. Okay. Now let me actually move it around. Okay, thank God. I don't know what that was about, but that was stupid. That was genuinely stupid. All right, so that was weird. I'm gonna edit, transform, flip horizontal, and this time, I don't know when the last time I saved was, but this time it should do what I wanted to do. Perfecto. I feel like I should move his legs over a little bit more. Something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. About there, I think it's fine. Ooh, ooh, I can draw, y'all. And he looks like him too. He looks just like bro, which is kind of the point. But like, you feel me? Um, it's a couple other things I need to do. Like I said, I think the color palette kind of carries this more so than anything else. I knew the color palette would be easy once I got one color. It didn't matter whether it was the orange, the brown. Honestly, it was either going to be an orange or a brown because that's really the only colors I really needed like that. And he's the most dull looking in terms of the color palette that I did, because she's relatively colorful. Starfire is probably the most colorful. Beast Boy is kind of colorful. Raven is actually very colorful. Cyborg is colorful. Robin's colorful. This dude is not bright. Like everybody else has like bright colors for the most part, somewhere on their design. The brightest thing on him is his hair. Well, actually, his eyes. No. Because the eyes are the same color. Where did I even get this blue from? Because that's a different blue, right? Where the flip did I get this? Like genuinely, where did I even get that blue from? But yeah, okay. The brightest thing is like the eyes and the freaking. I might make his eyes the same color as everything else, just to simplify the color palette. But I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily on. I don't think it's necessary, honestly. At this point, I'm just bull crapping because it's like I'm getting close to the end. Um, Let me do some things that I know I need to do. So first off, let me control S to save. I know his name's Control Freak. Every time I'm finna say his name, I be thinking Taskmaster. I'm like, this is not at all Taskmaster. That's not even the same comic franchise. This is Marvel and DC. So, also shout out Taskmaster. Yeah, I love that character too. Freak. How do I want to? I'm like actually losing my train of thought here, and nobody's popping in. But that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's go with the hair, which is in the head, I think. Yeah, I need the top of the head actually. That's what I need. Um the face. So we got this line. Let's do a new layer and I'm just gonna bring in this orange and we're just gonna connect it a little bit, we're just gonna bring in the top of the head and honestly just every part of this line for real, for real. I can bring it down a little bit more. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I kind of botched that a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. Let me erase it on this side. That looks way better. That looks way better. I just have to remember that's how it is, but that looks way better. Yeah, we kind of cooking with this one. We kind of cooking with this one. We might need to change because like his skin is very pale, and I think it's good that his skin is very pale. Well, the fly landed on me. That's great. I'll let him chill. Well, yeah, the skin is pretty pale, but we that's fine. But the actual kind of gray part of the clothing, that's not that I don't particularly care for that. So, okay, let me rephrase. I don't like that it's so close to the skin tone. Because well, okay, you know what? It's kind of close in the original one. Like, what? Okay. Um, I don't know where I was going with all that, but let me go back to the arm and duplicate the arm because I know that's something I'm gonna have to do before the stream is over with. And I might just end it off around here because I don't know how I'm gonna do some of the small stuff like the remotes. It's probably gonna be just as simple as me drawing the remote, but that's besides the point. I don't even know if I necessarily want the remote to be on there, but I definitely want to duplicate these arms though. I bet you I want to duplicate these arms. Where is the other arm? Yeah, I think after I flip the other arm, I may just call it just for the fact that there ain't nobody in here and I need some help to like see what I'm gonna do with the rest of this fit and if I even want to add like the remotes or so. I might do the remotes before we end off. I've done a whole lot of nothing. Where's the arm? I'm gonna end it at 8:30 at the latest, but probably about 8:15. just so I ain't gotta, stick around too long since ain't nobody here. Okay, so here's the arm. That's the shoulder pad. I'm gonna duplicate this arm later. And then I'm gonna hit my eraser, the little vector erase, and just kind of, you know, there we go. I'm also going to erase a little bit of this like shoulder pad up top. At this point, I'm just doing like small tweaks for the most part. I think I kind of like, I somewhat like the angle that was going in. I don't like that. Like right there. I think that might be perfect. Yeah, I think that's great. That's great. That's great. Flawless. Control S. And then I'm just gonna flip it across the other side. Control J. Edit trans. Hopefully this one doesn't do that weird stuff like earlier. But yeah. I'm gonna flip that. Why does it look different on one side than the other? Am I tripping? I think I'm tripping, but I might just simply need to rotate it a bit more. Or at least maybe rotate the arms, but we'll see that. He looks so round, dude. That's so hilarious. He's so round. I think the arms definitely should be brought down some, but again, that's something I can tweak later. I mostly just want to get to a stopping point so I can see like a general how is this gonna look, right? Yeah, let me turn off the sketches and stuff. Okay, so for the most part, this is it. But I do want to do a couple things. First off, let me turn the sketches back on actually. And I'm gonna bring this up to the front and I'm gonna lower the opacity. Now, why did I do that? I'm gonna keep it a buck, I don't remember. But yeah, I kind of wanted to see how I did this torso because I feel like it's different than how I actually wanted it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but like it's also not exactly how I wanted it. I might have to sleep on that one. So it is what it is. I do kind of want to design like at least one of the remotes so that I could like actually use it, I guess. Let's see. Just to like jeez, I'm on the eraser. Just to see how it like look and how I want it to be. Because again, the remote is a huge, like a very important part of his toolkit. So I'd hate to not implement that in some way. Let's hit OK. And let's just do like a little sleeve. It don't gotta be nothing too complex. All right, so let's get this. This was definitely one of my most fun ones. It was very out of my comfort zone, but I think I did a good job on it. Okay, so let me put all of these into a single folder. And while I'm at it, let me also, nah, I can do that in a bit. Let me hit Control J and let me move that over to here. You know, I think that's kind of tough actually. Let me hit Control J. I'll just rotate it. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I hit Control R instead of R. Oh no, I was supposed to Control T. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I should move these both upward a bit. Right, that actually works. Yeah, he's got these little remotes on him, so I think that fits pretty well, actually. Is it just me, or did I do these the right way? No, I definitely did it the right way. Yeah. Okay, so instead of whatever the heck he had on these, he's got like remotes. All right. Let's just for craps and giggles, let's even decorate them ever so slightly more by putting, say, a power button. You know what I mean? And these won't stay on there, but just like maybe a couple buttons. Something like that. Okay, I actually don't like how that's set up on there, but something indicative of a remote. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I have to like look at how his remote is, but I do like the idea of a remote being there. So I think he looks dope. I think the only thing I have to fix up now is like the little Jedi-esque fit. I got about 8 more minutes. I'm gonna try to figure that out. The weapon I'll probably do on its own. I don't think I'll draw that on this one, especially since I'm so close to done, and I really just need the actual character more so than the weapon. The weapon is a nice little accessory that I could do later. But I needed something along that sash, so I had to figure that out. For the most part, though, I think this is pretty complete. I might not even do some of like the pads that are on along the jacket like he has here because I don't really find it necessary like at all. I feel like I'd just be doing too much at that point, but yeah, I don't think I necessarily like them in the along those parts anyway. Yeah, it okay, so I need to put all these in like the same layer, but with where's the torso? Because this is the part I'm gonna try to figure out. Okay, so let's go with this black, and it'll kind of come out and downward, maybe. Maybe if I have it come down like here, and then I go back up through. I don't know, something about this is like maybe if I have it come down. Part of me likes that, but like Okay, that's not the right vector eraser. Or not the vector eraser at all, really. I think that looks halfway decent. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. I think that does a lot, actually. I think that made that much more of a difference. Yeah, it just felt incomplete without that. So, um, let me let me see what it would look like if I just did one more. I think that's doing too much. I'll run it by my friends or something like that. You feel me? But oh, I think we're done. I think we're done there. It's 8:10. That's let me do one more thing actually. It's 8:11. Give me one sec. You hit E. Oh, actually, let me do a separate layer. And then I'm gonna just hit E on here. You feel me? And just kind of clean up some of these lines. Yeah. Okay. Also, while I'm at it, let me go ahead and just clean up some other things. Like yeah, let's do that. Increase this brush size. And I just kind of want to make it so that where it like connects to this leg isn't all I wouldn't even know how to describe this, but just clean up along this like edge, if that makes sense. And do the same thing with like this side, you know? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that looks halfway decent actually. Okay, see, I gotta be careful with that. Especially since see, these are all like connected, so like let me see it right here. Okay. And for the most part, I think that's good. See, now it looks weird with this little. Oh wait, no, that's. Give me a sec. Yeah, this part looks a little weird now. I don't know if it's maybe too high. Yeah, I think it was definitely. I think it was just too high. Let me see what it looks like without it. I don't think that's it. I think I need it there. But for the most part, that's Control Freak. Let me hit Control S. So we got the arms, we got the everything else. I like the pale skin. I think maybe we might need a different color for like the little torso part, but for the most part, I think we cooking, dog. I think we cooking. So, it's 8:14 my time. I think I'll just go ahead and call it there. But I think we were successful. So here's the Teen Titans version, and here's my version of it. So yeah, and if you want to see more, well, stuff like this, more of the Teen Titans art, I'll have time lapses and stuff on my YouTube, and I'll eventually have the preliminary sketches on my Patreon and things like that. But yeah, if you want more live streams, be sure to subscribe, like the video and everything, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I'm gonna end the stream. So